Hi YouTube, it's me, the Shy Pianist, or you may know me as Donald Z for War Games, bringing you another deck profile of mine. So this time I'm going to be covering the mill deck. So this is deck 31, Ayumi, the mill deck. So yes, for all of you who don't know, or unfamiliar with the term mill, it is to send the cards in your opponent's deck to the graveyard to effectively make them so that they can't draw for the turn and win the game. So pretty standard and simple on that premise. So let's get straight into the deck profile. But before I do that, actually, a disclaimer as always, my card sleeves are standard size, and the deck itself was made for fun. So yeah, it's if you want to try and make a mill deck, by all means try and do so. Go nuts with it. So yeah, let's get straight into the deck profile. So starting straight off, we are playing, of course, a triple needle worm. When flipped, you send the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. Pretty much standard, simple on that. Next, we are playing triple warm worm. Now, warm worm, if it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, if it's just destroyed, you can send the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. So yeah, just similar to Needle Worm, but just a bit weak on that. For such as, we do have triple Spirit of the Full Wind. Now, Spirit of the Full Wind, on normal summon, you search a flip monster from your deck to hand, which really helps to grab that Needle Worm. We also play triple Witch of the Black Forest. Now I go with Witch so that you can also search out Warm Worm because it has 1,400 defense. And basically for this deck's premise, it can search any monster in the entire deck. Next we have triple Magician of Faith. Now this is actually before Master Rule 4 and Links were a thing. This was also part of a sort of win-con combo in a way, or it wasn't really, or should I say, it was really hard to get around it unless you drew into like some back row destruction. But yeah, Magician of Faith with another spell in the deck is, I'll explain later, is the combo. Next, I have 2 Dark Tinker. Now, Dark Tinker is mainly in here for the fact it's a level 2 tuner, and there's a level 4 synchro that works well with Needle Worm, or with the whole premise of milling. Those who do know of it, will be able to guess correctly. Next, we have the one Marshmallow, just for the stall, and Morphing Jar, just because you just want to empty out as many cards out from your opponent's deck, because that's the whole premise of the deck. Onto the spells, we have triple Book of Eclipse. So this is the combo with Magician of Faith. The idea was that during your opponent's battle phase, start of battle phase, you flip the Book of Eclipse, flip all monsters on the field face down to the face down defense, and then your opponent has the option to either flip some of their monsters back up or just go to end phase and draw cards for each one they flip back face up from this effect. Now this does also flip your monsters face down, so Magician of Faith would then be set face down, so back to your turn, you flip Magician of Faith back up, grab the Book of Eclipse, set it back face down, and just repeat the process, and so that your opponent keeps drawing more cards. So yeah, that's effectively was the play back then, but now with Links you can't really do this anymore. Next, we have 2 Book of Tayo. This is to make sure that you just you set your Needle Worm, activate this, flip it. It's just a quicker way to access that effect, or even Magician of Faith effect. And we also have the 1 Book of Moon, because this is also so you can reset and reuse your flip effect monsters. For stall card, or pretty much the only stall card in the deck, the Messenger of Peace. Just standard. I feel like there's no point playing level limit area B or gravity bind anymore. Because as soon as XYZs came out, that wasn't really a thing. So Messenger of Peace is just a global help to just stall. Of course, we have to have the 1 card destruction, just get rid of opponent's cards from their hand to the grave and force them to draw. The 1 Monster Reborn, just standard staple on that, as well as the 1 Raigeki. The 1 gold site just to search. Back then I did have a 3 gold site when it was at 3, just so that you can just search whatever combo piece back then, because you had enough chances to stall to then grab what you needed from gold site. And last but not least, we have to have the 1 day of peace, because it does give that extra draw, but also battle damage, negate. Onto traps, we are playing triple Trickstar Reincarnation and triple Present card. The whole deck's idea is to just get cards out of your opponent's deck. You just force them to draw, force them to get cards out, and that's pretty much what its purpose is for that case. Last but not least, I have played the 1 Assault on GHQ. So this is an effect where you target 1 monster on your side of the field, destroy it, and if you do, you send the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. This was mainly in combo with Warm Worm, so that you destroy Warm Worm, mill 2, and then Warm Worm's effect in graveyard would then mill an extra 3. So that is it for the main deck. For the extra deck, for Synchro, so for those who probably guessed, it is Dark Diviner with the for the whole concept of Dark Tinker with Warm Worm. So Dark Tinker is Dark Tinker is the fact. Also should mention that it's a Dark Tuner as well. So it does work with Dark Diviner in this whole play. So Dark Diviner, it can't be destroyed by battle. If it declares an attack and the attack of the attack target is higher than the attack of this monster, this Dark Diviner's attack becomes that attack. So you'll always clash for battle. And then the third effect is this: if this monster destroys the opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you then mill the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. So yeah, you just synchro summon this, crash it into your opponent's monster, and it gets destroyed and sent to grave, and mill them for free. For level 5 synchros, I feel like you just go with Allied Justice or Catastrophe or Armades. Just back then, these were the best generic level 5 synchros. For level 6, I do play the 2 Iron Chain Dragon, because it has the effect when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you then send mill 3 from your opponent's deck to graveyard. The first effect with the whole Iron Chain you don't use, but yeah, it's just mainly inflict battle damage, mill 3. On to the XYZs, it's pretty generic stuff. Rank 4s, Galgaga Cowboy, Burn for game, Gooska to stall, Tornado Dragon for back row destruction, Castel for the target spin removal ready, Heartland Draco to attack directly, and last but not least, but we have the 1 Wind Up Zenmeister. This is so that you can proc your Needle Worms and Magician of Faith. You target 1 face-up monster you control, flip it face down, and during the end phase, flip it face up in attack position. So it procs those flip effect monster effects. For links, play the 1 Lambda, just so if you want to free up the extras monster zone, and the Borrow Sword and Borrow Load, just so that extra, if you do get bodies on the board, you go into these just to do massive stuff or massive damage. So that is it for the deck profile. Pretty sort of, as you can see, very fun to play. But obviously, with this day and age, with graveyard effects being such a thing, you probably wouldn't want to play this unless it just either some decks will be benefit from having cards in the grave, some will don't. But yeah, this is just this is a deck that just tries to empty the deck and win that way. So thank you for watching, hope you liked it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and as always guys, happy dueling!